I want you all to help me go through and recap the day. I'm actually going to bring that one of those moderators on who had a monster of a day. So all my THD fam, give a huge shout out and a big ayo to Shy.
Ayo.
There she is.
What's going on, Mike?
Oh, just thinking about what kind of scotch I'm going to buy you.
What's that one that you like? What's that one that you like the most? I'll take that one.
I like a couple of different. See, I'm a single malt Scotch guy. I'm also a bourbon drinker.
Yeah,
it depends. Depends on the, if it's an everyday drink, if it's like a special occasion. You can never go wrong with a Mac 18, a Macallan 18.
That sounds good right there.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe a Mac 18 for this one. And the reason why I'm saying this, guys, the reason why I'm saying what kind of bottle that I'm going to buy Shy is because I wasn't even looking at SEDG until she asked me about it yesterday. So they had earnings yesterday. We were talking inside chat and she was like, "Hey Mike, what do you think about SEDG or Solar Edge?" She was like, "What do you think about Solar Edge?" I didn't even know the ticker.
You said Solar Edge. You said what is that?
Yeah, Solar Edge. She's like, "What?" I didn't even know what the ticker symbol was. But I pull it up and she was right. She was spot on. It was a great looking setup. She's been trading the solar sector already. She already was in put options on ENPH, which is another big solar company. Solar Edge, another similar company in the solar space. And ENPH is a solar company that also missed on earnings a couple of days ago. And that stock's been absolutely pulverized, right? And this is kind of what I'm talking to you guys about how these stocks, if you miss on your earnings, these stocks are getting pulverized for it. You get the huge gap down and then you get tremendous follow through. So Shy's actually been in put options for the last couple of days on ENPH. Yep. And then when Solar Edge missed on earnings, it was just all you needed to get that extra follow through to the downside. And I wasn't even looking at Solar Edge until she brought it up. And that's why I'm saying if she never brought it up, there's not a chance in hell that I would have traded SEDG today. There's just not. It wasn't on my watch list. But this is what being part of a community of traders is all about. Because I only have two eyes. I can't look at 1,000 stocks all at the same time. So I need to be able to rely on other professional traders to identify setups and identify opportunities in the market. And that's what True Trading Group is really all about. So Shy, thank you very much for bringing that one to my attention. It was an absolute monster. And it also led to an over 200% gain on your swing trade. So let's go through, let's walk through this. Tell me about this trade. You had two monsters today. Let's start with ENPH.
That's my baby. Like ENPH, you find a stock, and Jason Simmons, the professor, he always talks about this, about finding your trading identity. And I talk a lot about finding your stock, and ENPH is my stock. I don't trade it every day, but it's something that I'm watching all the time, which is why I know about Solar Edge, FSLR, stuff like that, because I trade this. And when you trade one, you want to know the whole sector. Yeah, so the earnings were not great. They lowered the guidance. That's really what killed it. I have this biasness towards ENPH because it doesn't hold gains, right? Like I've traded to the upside, but the next day it always just about gives it back. You rarely see two big green days, and that's because it has a lot of key support and resistance levels that it truly holds true to. When we gap under 160 after earnings, then your next level you can just count it by 5, just like 155. All right, so on the 28th, this was Friday. The earnings were on Thursday. We gapped under 160, but then we also gapped under 155. So then I said, let's look for a pushback up until 155. We'll get short. So I got in the 150 puts at 465. I took profit twice that day. So I'm
showing people and as you're going through, Shy, I'm showing people right now on the chart this 155 support level that you guys can see on the screen here. And then on the earnings day, which is this green candle, that was Friday, you see how we gapped underneath it and it became resistance. And then Shy, you entered on the 28th or you entered on Monday?
28th. It was on Friday.
Yeah. Okay, so there's the entry on Friday. Okay, now I'm going to go into, this is a daily chart. So I'm going to switch over now. I'm going to go to a smaller time frame so you guys can really kind of get a better feel, okay, for the chart. And I'll zoom this in. And here's that same line that was drawn on my screen. And then the entry there on the 28th, yep. Right? It was in the morning too, right? It was right
9:40 in the morning.
Yep, right there.
So I took profit twice. I think it was like $5.20, $5.30, and $6. So right around 943, 944, so 945.
Yeah, it was right there in front of that low.
So, and then I just held on because I was down to, less than 20%.
Mm-hmm.
The next day, ENPH pushes up past that 155 level. But this is the thing that you learn when you join TTG, that each stock has a certain level of volatility and it needs a certain amount of room. When we double topped at that 156 level, I reloaded my 150 puts at 280. So around 282. Wow. So we double.
I didn't know you reloaded up there.
Yeah,
that is so gangster. I didn't know you reloaded up there. So right there on the reload.
Yes. So I reload, and then I kind of held on to that position the next day because now I'm in front end weekly options, so I have that theta decay kind of going on. Yesterday, when I told you about SEDG, I knew they had earnings. I took a little bit off because I don't know what earnings are going to be, but I do know that ENPH is pretty much going to move. So I was still at 280. So I said, I'm going to just reduce some size. I'm going to hold on to some of it. And then today, right, because here's another thing. I watched the options change. All I trade are options. So let's get that straight. We talk about the 9 different moderators, the 10 different moderators, but everyone trades completely different. All I trade is options. And on ENPH, I watched the option change, and I can see that, looking at my open interest, people are kind of in the volume. People are loading up on some of these like weekly options. So I'm gonna hold my position and I'm gonna stay put. And I'm talking to my brother about it. I'm like, this trade is so boring. He's like, you told me about patience because he's part of TTG. Shout out to my brother C. He's taking the classes or whatever.
Yes, I love it.
You told me to stay patient. I'm gonna stay patient. But this is a boring trade. And then today, I saw SEDG missed. I went to sleep and slept like a baby. I slept like a baby. I was like, yeah. And then in my target, I was looking for 145 and 140 today. So so my entry again was at 282, right? And then at 9:31 this morning, I took profit at $6. So I was already at 100%, right? And then 9:36, we was at 725. At 11:09, we was at 850. At 11:23, at 960. And then at 3:49, I just closed out of position because I just felt like I beat this up way too much today.
Yeah, it was a little aggressive.
Yeah, and then we could trade sideways at this one because we held this 140 level. If we break 140, go down to 138. But I'm looking for bounce backs to 145.
I don't know, Shy. I'm gonna eye up this SEDG now. I'm gonna.
Yeah, and I've traded SSDG before, but I like ENPH more because I just learned the levels quicker, right?
Yeah.
Like I even made a sum when we were at like 200 that I was singing to the members, like 208, and then they was singing it with me. And I was gone. I think I was on vacation in somewhere, Puerto Rico, somewhere, I don't know. And they were like, Shy, your song made me money, right? Because I was singing the levels to the members. And SEDG is a great stock to trade. So if you want solar, you can look at, and this is for anyone if you want to set the trade, SEDG, ENPH, FSLR, and then run. So if you have a small account, you can still trade solar. You just trade run.